Black people, what y'all gonna do? Black people, what y'all gonna do? Black people, what y'all gonna do when you wake up and find that you're dead? With maggots and roaches eating the pus out of your prostituted minds and white deathly hands, massaging your hearts with red-hot branding irons. They're writing songs of love, but not for me. They're writing songs of love, but not for me. Here we are, the employees of all love, but yet we are working overtime to cover up our loneliness. John Coltrane died in vain, a love supreme. John Coltrane died in vain, a love supreme. Where are the low staccato screams of black unity? John Coltrane died in vain, a love supreme. Where are the higher octaves of righteousness and truth? John Coltrane died in vain, a love supreme. Where are the high registers of peace and love? John Coltrane died in vain. What are black people doing enough of that they shouldn't be doing? Nothing, nothing, nothing. Black people, what y'all gonna do? Black people, what y'all gonna do? I see junkie bitches giving birth to gonorrhea-faced babies that come out nodding to the rhythms of God Bless America. And these same babies grow up to be good-looking corpses that haunt the streets of Harlem, raping syphilitic-minded, roomless black pussies who dream of becoming virgins once again in the hereafter. Stop in the name of love. Stop in the name of love. Stop mugging that old woman. She's been saving her money all year for a trip to the electric circus, but she died the very next day. Oh God! Oh God! God ain't dead. He's down at the family planning office, handing out birth control pills to black women, telling them they're a gift from heaven. Look, there's old Sam the wino, searching for a last sip of ancient sweet love in the empty wine bottles in the gutters of his soul. And the air has become polluted with white lies of love, while love is dying from overdoses of misused Christianity in legitimate insane asylums and legal torture chambers called Watts, Southside, Bed-Stuy, and Huff. Are we the black people who once loved with the slow march of time? Time was ours to hold in the soft, love, warm chambers of our hearts. And was we the Afro mommies and daddies of a sun world would turn our strands of hair into antennas to tune in the juju madness and syncopated love rhythms of Africa. And we love with time, and we took the time to love, and with the right time we love, and we love time after time. Will we ever love again? Will we ever love again? Will we really ever love again? Or will we just sit and rot away with the brighter tomorrows in the skag filled, rat-cluttered, piss-stench halls of our minds?
Black people, what y'all gonna do? Black people, what y'all gonna do?
Will the real black people please stand up?
What is good, my people? We are live back again with another live broadcast on the forecast. What's going on? How you doing, Cassidra? You there? All right, y'all. It might be a little technical difficulty or a delay or something. But shouts out to everybody
Can
in
you
the
hear me?
building.
I'm here.
Yeah.
How are
Okay,
you?
yeah, I hear you now. I'm
Okay.
good. How you doing? How you
I'm
doing today?
good. I'm good. It's good to see you this week.
Yeah. Everything good with you?
Yeah, everything is good. Everything is good. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up.
How about with you? You had a good day today, a good week so far?
Every day above ground is a good day.
You
All
ain't
right.
lying. Right now, I tell you. Woo, I
Well,
ain't never seen nothing like this in my life.
yeah,
You don't even know what to say to this stuff. Make
yeah.
it make sense, man. Make it make sense. Please, somebody make it make sense.
Well, part of it makes sense. The part that don't make sense is like that's why I even took the title from what they were just saying. Black people, what y'all gonna do? You know,
Yeah, what you gonna do? What who
mm-mm.
gonna do? We gonna do? We better not do nothing, huh?
Cry, say yes, sir, massa. Um, so let's hopefully it don't freeze up. I think my computer's starting to freeze up now. Damn. All right, let's. I'm trying to go to the first thing, but my computer just froze up out the blue. So I'm sorry. I don't know why it's always technical difficulties when we first start. There's always something going on. Okay. All right, you there, Cassandra?
I'm here.
Okay. All right, my bad. I don't know what's been going on, but for the last couple months, we've been having technical difficulties like crazy.
That's because our show's been off the chain.
Yeah.
Oh,
First, I want to start, I guess, with some historical stuff. So, let me see.
She she sold poison into their clothes. Yes, poison. She took out everybody in the master's house in 1853. This was a wealthy family, and they all began to die slowly and mysteriously. Their clothes perfectly sewn. By the way, this book is Black AF history. I definitely recommend grabbing it. Now, the clothes hid something far more sinister. Louisa is an enslaved woman behind the needle. And why did no one see her coming? Because she sewed poison, yes, arsenic, inside the fibers of the clothes. Now, the father of the family was a physician. He began to grow sick and he got fever. All the family got fever.
Take him out first.
After the clothes were sealed away, they drew samples and come to find out it was poison in them. Grab it on the TikTok shop.
Now, you see that, Cassandra? That sister,
absolutely.
she stood up for herself, you know?
Yeah, exactly. That's what we're supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
We don't understand a lot more of us stood up back in the day than we do now. A
Right.
whole lot more stood up for what was right. Stood up for ourselves.
Mm-hmm. This slave woman, she ain't have, and she was like, "What you gonna do?" She was like, "Yo, I'm gonna put this arsenic in their clothes, and from the daddy to the mama to the little baby." And,
Exactly.
and they
All
ain't
of them.
ask her why the babies, you know.
Nope. You ain't gotta
They
ask why the
already
baby, because you know they're gonna grow up to be just like the mammy and the pappy.
there you go. And I guess this will get to what we're gonna talk about
Malcolm
today. We
X
kind
died
of
in front of
alluded to it. You know, they talking about that white boy died, but she was
his
like,
family,
I just like
his
what she
wife and
said
kids
though.
while giving a speech. Martin Luther King died in front of his family, in front of all. Malcolm X died in front of his family, his wife and kids while giving a speech. Martin
Mhm.
Luther King died in front of his family, in front of all his supporters. Medgar Evers killed in his front yard.
Ain't that
His wife
something?
and his daughter had to come out there and pick him up out the driveway. Reverend George Lee killed in his car with his wife right next to him. She was even hit too. Fred Hampton was killed in his motherfucking bed
Hmm.
at his home.
Poison.
Bunchy Carter was killed on a college campus, UCLA to be exact. John Huggins was also a victim of this same atrocity. Lewis Allen was shot outside of his home for his family to see. Emmett Till was kidnapped from his home to get drugged to his demise for his family to see. And his family and the whole entire world had to see what happened to him You can still find images of what happened to him. And while I'm not trying to compare,
And so, consider you seen all that whole list,
Mhm.
right? And let me ask you something. What was black people's responses to any of those?
We rose up, didn't we?
I don't know. Well,
No, we was about. I mean, we attempted to, right? And then somebody calmed us down. Al Sharpton, Jesse, somebody calmed us down. I can't remember who. Might
yeah.
have been somebody.
Well, I mean, when they took out Malcolm X, you know how like with these white boys, right? We about to see how they react when somebody took out.
Uh-huh.
But when Malcolm X get took out, did we react that way?
Oh no, we don't. We don't act half of what they do. No, we don't react halfway, half or nothing what they do. That's not how we
Yeah,
did.
yeah. We say I forgive you. Let me see
Exactly.
what
That's
I
what
got you.
we do. I forgive
All
you.
right.
All right,
And
man.
then of course they had this sister here. They trying to make fun of her. They arrested her because she was laughing at them.
Evil is
You see how even the good ones is like, oh, you shouldn't be doing this, you terrible Negroes.
That's not. That's
They
crazy.
they arrested this sister for doing this, for laughing at them. And now they can walk around in Trayvon Martin costumes and all of this.
Exactly. Exactly. So they can talk about Kobe Bryant like a dog. They talked about that man and woo, but we can't. What freedom of speech? What happened to that? What? And they're taking away your freedom of speech, and we not saying anything.
You don't have freedom of nothing. You
Nothing
never
at all.
had freedom of nothing though.
Yeah, that's true. We must have forgot, huh?
Mhm.
They really showing us what they all about. They really showing us another side, a side that's always been there, but they bringing it out more. And I'm
Yeah.
glad. I'm glad to see it. I'm glad that they're not hiding it anymore. So now maybe black folk will wake up and be like, hold on, these people crazy. These people are ignorant and crazy and suffering with a mental illness. Seriously. Because what they was how they talking and what they doing now makes no sense. Just like they threatened HBCUs. It wasn't a black guy that shot him. So what's the problem? What are we doing here? It was one of your Trumpsters, one of your white on whites, right? But you trying to jump. It's almost like, you have it's almost like the stepchild. You gonna spank the stepchild for what the child did.
Oh,
How
I
do we do
forgot.
that?
No, you're right. Yeah, I was just thinking about it because I forgot to put the thing you sent me. I gotta go. I'm gonna stop in a second and pull it up. But
Like, how we do that? You spanking the stepchild for what the child did. Go and handle the child.
yeah, well, that's what
That-
happens when you the or the little foster kid in the house that do all the work. You know what I'm saying?
real people, and it kind of looks like that.
So this sister got arrested or whatever. Um,
That's something.
got arrested just for doing that. I
That is
read.
just
Texas Tech
that is
student just
just
learned the hard.
that's just crazy to me. All of this is crazy. So you get mad because somebody we laughing at a man that was full of hate himself. I don't understand this theory. This is crazy. And actually, people are losing their jobs.
Yeah,
I'm like, for what? Was it Jesus? Did we miss something?
I think
Did
he
he
was
get?
the
Is
closest
that
thing to it.
Moses or was that one of the three angels or what was it? What's going on? I'm trying to figure out. Well, who was he? How did he get to be so famous?
Yeah. Well, he was a prophet. I guess it was the white prophet, whatever that
Something? The
means.
Caesar Borgia son, huh?
He was, yeah, he was Caesar Borgia.
Yeah, exactly. His son. What are we looking at here? This
That's
shows you how
what
sick they are. And then his wife got up there and said, "Oh, he was a Christian man." What the hell, lady? What what part of
burning
heaven
in
he gonna
hell
be
right
in?
now.
The basement part or the what? What part he going? What part of hell he gonna be in? The basement? I'm
Burning
just
in hell
saying.
right now.
I'm just saying. The basement part. Talking about he
Um,
was a Christian. I ain't never heard. Oh Lord. I don't even call myself no Christian, and I hope don't no black person call themselves, because what I'm seeing, these Christians ain't hitting on nothing. They carrying guns, talking about what they gonna do to folk, and all that. We ready to have a civil war. Just tell us Trump what to do. They don't even understand who we are, do they? If they think about hurting us, they gonna drop dead. Think about it. Think about them biblical stories when they came and they tried to beat up Israel and God turned them people against each other. They blinded, he blinded them, and they was fighting and killing each other. Do they not know what dangers they in right now? Do they not understand? Do they not understand? We have to understand who we are and why they so angry. You have to understand they know who you are. We just don't know who we are. We don't even want to know. But I guarantee you, no one will help you to understand what's going on right now. This is not by chance. It happened right now. Nothing happens by chance with these people. Nothing. You think that was an accident? That boy died? Do you think that was an accident? There was no accident. That's another reason to do what they want to do, to bring some other things about. I wouldn't be surprised the government paid that boy, because he said he didn't do it then. Didn't he come up and say he didn't do it? But he didn't tell who did. I'm just saying. I ain't even trying to really keep up with it, but I just read some title. But I'm like, what's going on for real? Okay, yeah. I'm just saying. Ain't making no sense.
What is that?
It's not making sense to me.
Run your mouth, but you can't run from consequences. Now, at a vigil for Charlie Kirk, 18-year-old Cameron Giselle Booker was caught on video mocking his death, chanting "F y'all, your homie's dead." But it didn't stop there. Reports say that she shoved an elderly veteran and even a mother holding her child. That's not activism. That's straight up disgraceful. Now, this video went viral and speculation started flying.
There's no video of that either.
Now, Governor Greg Abbott jumped in saying she picked the wrong.
She touched somebody's, like, the tip of somebody's hat and made it go up a little bit. She ain't, like, she just made the other
they
stuff.
Always lie. They lie like dogs. Yeah. Every time they open their mouth, they lie. Every single time.
Yeah.
Every single time.
Yeah, show the video of her doing all
to taunt the death of Charlie Kirk.
But
then he doubled down with quote FAFO. And let's be honest, he nailed it. Now, Texas Tech University.
All right. So anyway. Now, check this out, Cassidra. Oh, okay. We'll start here. So, you see what happened when...
Folks, when I say you're at war, this is part of what I'm talking about, too. Okay? So, you're importing the worst people into these countries. Not just here in America. It's everywhere, guys. Europe, the full Western nation. They're under... This is a...
It's a war on white.
This is a war.
Oh, white.
You put these conflicting cultures with each other. Eventually, stuff.
What are they talking about? What culture? What are they talking about? Are they talking about black and white? What are they? I don't understand. It was a white boy that shot him, right? What the hell are they? What are they talking about?
Did you see the thing when all the white boys were sitting there talking about white man fight back or something?
Yes, I seen that. Who are they fighting back with? Themselves?
Right.
That's what it sounds like. They're gonna fight back themselves. The Dems against the Republicans. That's what it sounds like. I hope that's what they talking about.
Yeah.
I'm just not understanding. They sound like they getting ready. The Civil War ain't gonna be about us. It's gonna be about them on them, like it was before.
Well, yeah, they always fight. They got to fight somebody.
That's what they do. They fight themselves. Make it make sense.
But yeah, but the thing is though, but the point is though, even still, right, this white boy got took out by another white boy, but they still on some, this is a war on whites,
Okay, that's okay. So that's what it is. I'm just trying to understand, because this ain't making it just ain't making no sense to me. Seriously, It ain't making no sense.
Well, they're psychopaths, so it's not really gonna make sense. But like with us though, they are at war with us, right? And you see our response don't be the same, quite the same, So
Western nation, they're under. This is a
war on white.
This is a war. You put these conflicting cultures with each other, eventually stuff will start popping off. And be ready for it, because Big Daddy government is going to be your solution. And I don't care who's in power. It's part of the plan. You want military in the streets? This is how you get it done. And what do you think happens when the velvet gloves come off the iron fist? It's game over for sure. A permanent boot stamped on your face for the rest of humanity.
I don't know what's wrong with these people. They just talk all outside the side of their neck and they'll make no sense ever.
Yeah. But to be fair, right? Because he said it's staying on humanity forever, and look at the state we're in since we have been in. We have a boots print on our face right now.
Yep.
So we have done that, But at the end of the day, let's just keep going, right? Now I don't know if you've seen this, the DOJ, right? You know that study about who's the most violent.
Mm-hmm.
Well, apparently they're just gonna erase that one off the record, so it don't count no more. So
Of course.
We have some major news right now. The Department of Justice has deleted a study from its website that showed that right-wing violence and white supremacy outpaced all other forms.
By the way, when they say right wing and all that stuff, like it's white boys, it's white people for all of them. You know what I'm saying? It's like they keep trying to split them up and be like, oh, this side, this one is a crazy one. No, they all do it. Like they could have no ideology. They could be over football and they would burn the city down.
Oh, they get me. They so funny.
Mm-hmm.
Website that showed that right-wing violence and white supremacy outpaced all other forms of violence in America. According to 404 Media, which is an independent news organization, they found out that the Department of Justice deleted this study, which was conducted recently, and is currently reviewing materials about this study and other similar studies.
By the way, Cassidra, I'm gonna ask you a question. Did you need a study to know that? I mean, you can believe it all you want.
I think we already know that they're trying to scrub everything, but we already knew that. They didn't know that, did they?
Yeah, I mean, we could just look around the world. I mean,
exactly.
They kill trees and animals and like the oceans and not just us. Everything. They kill everything.
Studies on its website, but the study essentially said that right-wing violence is outpacing all other types of violence. White supremacy violence is outpacing all other types of violence. And it was a pretty important study to show that domestic terrorism and homegrown terrorism really is contributing to a lot of the violence in the United States of America. And now this Department of Justice, unsurprisingly, is actually trying to whitewash these studies from the public's purview. As always, spread the word. I'll do a full breakdown of this and more on my Substack.
Oh, so apparently they're just gonna hit delete on history, I guess, Cassandra. And act like they didn't do what they did. So
these people. I cannot with these people. I cannot with these people.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to pull up the other one that you sent me too that kind of go with it. I hope I still got it.
Cannot.
I don't know if it's gonna play because I don't know if I have the TikTok jump here. All right, so
which one I said? Oh, you talking about the little boy?
Yeah.
It don't show on your side. I can probably pull it up. If you go ahead and see if you can do it. If not, I think I.
All right. Yeah, I got it. Here it goes.
You got it. Okay.
Yeah.
That little boy was on target, wasn't he? Yeah. I'm saying, take a 9-year-old to tell you that. Oh Lord, I know I was going to.
If you seriously believe the 13% of the population and 50% of the crime, you need to get fact checked, and I'm about to do it to you. In 2016, white people committed 70% of the convicted crime, and black people only committed 27%. Then in 2017, white people committed 68% of the reported crime, and black people only committed 26% of it. And in 2024, white people committed 53% of the reported crime, while black people only committed 25%. So this narrative on 13% of the population, 50% of the crime is wrong. You know who actually commits 50% of the crime? White people. But guess what stat black people are 13% of the population and 50% in? Exonerations. you know, when they're wrongly convicted. All you're doing by spreading this fake fact is allowing more people to profile and be racist towards black people. You know what's the highest percentage of people who are victims of white people? Black people. And if you look at all the shootings, guess who are the shooters? White dudes. So let's all think long and hard on.
All right, yeah, and I will also say, consider if you actually looked, if anybody like actually looked at the crime stats, like I think murder and all that stuff is like one of the least committed crimes, like, and it go down every year or whatever.
Yeah.
And also, like, most of the crimes are nonviolent drug offenses, but then you look at burglary or whatever, like, yeah, you have black people is kind of tied in that, but you can understand why, like you going through poverty. But then you start getting to the assaults, like, as white people, it's rape is white people, is how they break the crimes down, and murder is mostly white people, you know what I'm saying? So I don't even know where they be getting that stat from, like, whatever. But I'll tell you one stat that is true, like, they've committed over 90% of the world's crimes and less than 10% of the world population. So that is true. So and then, of course, I don't even know a good one. Let's just pick one here. So, like you were saying
All right, now,
earlier, the
historically,
HBCUs
black
on threat.
colleges and universities across the country are currently under lockdown after a slew of threats that were called in today. Moments ago, Spelman College announcing a shelter in place over the threats, including at Clark Atlanta University, which is near their campus.
Other HBCUs receiving threats today: Hampton University, Virginia State University, Alabama University, Bethune-Cookman University, and Southern University. The schools urging students to remain vigilant, saying these lockdowns will be in place until further notice. NBC News correspondent Stephen Romo is following the latest for us. It seems, Stephen, like we're getting even more campuses that are closing down just upon hearing what the other campuses are choosing to do.
That's true. And to be honest, it's been hard to keep up because we just keep getting new information from new campuses that are shutting down because of concern or because they've received direct threats from this. You mentioned we had Southern University as well. That's in Baton Rouge. Bethune-Cookman, which is in Daytona Beach. And interesting, Spelman University has that shelter in place order, but it's actually not received any specific threats, they said, but the close proximity to Clark Atlanta University has made them, out of an abundance of caution, decide to issue a shelter in place just because of how close they are. They have said they're also increasing security just in case. We have statements from the other universities you mentioned as well. Virginia State University, Alabama University, Hampton University, and Hampton, Virginia. All of these statements so far seem pretty similar. They're saying they have received a threat directly to campus, and they are either asking people to stay off campus or issuing a lockdown order, a shelter-in-place order, so people stay where they are. There is a lot of concern here. Of course, the Charlie Kirk shooting happened on a college campus. We had the Colorado.
Yeah, by the way, it was in Utah is where it happened.
Exactly.
And no HBCUs in Utah.
I don't know what the hell he talking about. He don't even know what he's talking about.
It was in Utah. So they just doing that because they want to. That's what they do. They look for excuses. Like most of the stuff where they were like white girls lied, they know they lied, but they needed an excuse.
Yeah, but they didn't care.
They didn't care. You know.
They wanted, just like you hear about that guy who the three white boys was trying to get, they was in the backyard trying to break into this black man's. The black man wasn't there. His son and his wife was there, and the dad wasn't. So the son heard it, and they called the police because they thought somebody was trying to break in. The police come. As soon as the police leave, they heard the noise again. So the guy opened the door. The guy just sat there with his gun waiting. They came in, and he shot one of them and killed him. Now he in jail. Damn, they told me they was playing. Now they in the man's backyard, but they said they was playing doorbell, whatever. Hit the doorbell.
Oh, I think I saw that. Yeah.
But you in the backyard with a ski mask on, with like a buffle bag, with the backpack on. So you doing it in the backyard now? Them white boys lying, but of course they're gonna take the white boys' word for it because I'm white and I say so. But the black dude in jail, so we can't protect ourselves and our family.
Yeah, I remember they talking about they was knocking on the door and running, doing a
Yeah,
prank or some
but they was
stupid
in the
stuff.
backyard. This is a new one. This
Yeah.
happened the other night. This is
Oh,
a
I didn't see
brand
that
new one.
one.
Yeah, this is a brand new one. Dude, brand new one. He was a
Okay.
vet, and and vets ain't playing. You playing with them vets like that. Shoot, they called the police because they thought it was somebody breaking in. Now that right there should get him off. And then as soon as the police left, they came back and started doing it again. And he lit their behinds up. He lit their asses up.
Good. Yeah, that's good for him.
Now they talking about we were just playing. No, you don't play at 3 a.m. That was 3 a.m. People sleep. He said he woke up to the noise.
Yeah, you don't play at people's doors.
I know
Anyway.
that you ain't playing in no doors and no 3 in the backyard, in a gated backyard. You know they was trying to do some dirt. Well, no prank. You do that in the front yard. What you in the backyard for?
Yeah, shit. I don't care if it's 3 PM. I'll be playing at my door.
What you in the backyard? Why you on their property in the first place?
Exactly.
They can, but you can't. You can't protect yourself if you go to jail. They got a lot of nerves. I'm so sick of these crackers. I don't know what to do. I'm sick of them. Forecast. I'm sick of them. That's how you look up.
Now, Cassidra, I don't even know if you saw this one, because this is HBCUs, but look at what this white boy did.
Breaking tonight, a North Carolina man who allegedly vowed to shoot up Black preschoolers has been caught by the FBI.
The suspect is 25-year-old Zachary Newell. He allegedly said he wanted to injure or kill 20 Black children among other violent and racist threats.
Ain't that something? Ain't that something?
You know what I'm gonna tell y'all, Black folk? Y'all better get y'all kids out of their schools. I'm just saying. What do you mean you gonna kill up 20? What did we do? What did our babies do? See how they don't care? I'm just saying. We gotta start doing the same thing. You gotta start keeping your candy bars with you at all times. It's getting so toxic. You had them other two Black men that was hung in Mississippi. Come on, you guys. Y'all stop being soft targets. Stop being soft targets. I had a guy ask me the other day, you think I need a candy bar? I said, you ain't got one already? Why somebody got to tell you? You see how toxic it is out here? I said, ASAP. You shouldn't be walking around here right now without nothing. You shouldn't even be walking by yourself right now. If you do, you have your candy bars in your hand. I'm just saying. Because this is ridiculous. You got a 25-year-old telling me he's going to shoot up kids. Babies. This is what kind of cowards they are. Welcome, Grandma.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Shout out Erica in the building. Shouts out to Erica in the building.
Eric in the house.
Yeah. Look at this, Erica.
Breaking tonight, a North Carolina man who allegedly vowed to shoot up Black preschoolers has been caught by the FBI.
The suspect is 25-year-old Zachary Newell. Allegedly said he wanted to injure or kill 20 Black children among other violent and racist threats in a comment on YouTube. Brian Trader's been following this from the Live Center. Brian?
Yeah, I'll show you where this is all happening. It's in Carteret County down to the coast in Newport, North Carolina. According to the FBI, 25-year-old Zachary Newell on August 26th and 27th posted racist, violent comments on YouTube, including one where he said he planned to shoot up a preschool, injuring or killing at least 20 Black children. On the 31st, Google reported that to the FBI, and then later that day, deputies in Carteret County confronted Newell, and they say at that point he admitted to making that comment. They executed a search warrant and took him into custody, charging him with a state charge of communicating threats of mass violence to an educational facility. No, he did not specify any particular preschool, and they say that he then posted bond and was released. Later that night, the FBI took Newell.
Hey, what? Considering he got released after that.
Of course, that's what they do until they do it. And then ain't gonna do nothing but kill some niggas. It's all right. It's all right. Let him go. He be all right. Hopefully he'll do it. That's what they thinking.
He
gonna have the wrong preschool parent.
We just let him out on bond.
Preschool, yeah. Posted bond. They should have locked his behind up, put him in a mental institution, and give him 6 months to a year. So deal with some of this mental illness stuff. But then they want to talk about how we have records and get out.
Yeah, and then they didn't. They said they had a search warrant on his house, but didn't say what they found in there.
They didn't say they searched it. I don't even think they searched it. Because would you have said what you found if you searched it? I don't think they searched it. They let that boy go, and he went on home his guns. But
Laugh
he needs to
about it.
walk up on the wrong preschool. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, preschoolers and he posted bond. Yeah, they determined to hurt us. Absolutely.
They're determined. Ain't that something?
That's
But
what
you
they.
better be
But
determined to hurt them back.
exactly.
You better be ready. Because you already see them crackers getting ready, and y'all gonna sit there and still not have a candy bar. That's on you. That's on you. Right now, our kids don't even need to be in their schools. We don't need to be in their colleges. You need to be at a HBCU right now. Let them have that. If you at one of the white colleges, then you get what you get. Because you already
With
know
a
they coming.
with a
We already
black
know it.
security
We
team
just don't know
protecting me.
when. But they coming. You just be ready when they do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't let them hurt you for free.
Yeah. You know that like speaking of like when we talk about the ancestors, they be like, if you gonna go out, take at least one or two of them with you, you know. That's what they used to say to each other, you know.
Back into custody, and now he's facing a federal charge. If convicted, he could face up to 5 years in federal prison.
Ain't that something?
All
5
right,
years.
well, this
Okay.
Hispanic heritage.
Breaking tonight, a North Carolina
5 years. That could really teach
allegedly
them
found
something.
How young are we talking? Clearly at themselves, but they wanted to direct it towards other people. Right after the fact that we ended up having death threats to HBCUs. Again, black people had nothing to do with the loss of life that dealt with in Utah on that college campus.
That's
Dealing
what's
with death
up.
threats.
That's what's
We didn't
up,
have
Erica.
anything to do with that.
Erica
That was
ready.
white on white crime. But for some odd reason, this 25-year-old, and I don't know how this is 25. I thought this was somebody's father going into like their 40s. I don't know what type of 25 this is. Maybe this is like an 80s or 70s 25. This is not the
Neanderthal
25 of this
25.
timeline. I don't know what specifically that is. But for whatever reason, white people, your 25-year-old decided that he wanted to make threats against black kids, and specifically black kids. And I wonder why. I wonder what party he's affiliated with. I wonder what
You
party
talking about
he's
parties.
affiliated with.
You talking about parties. He affiliated with the Neanderthal gene is what he's affiliated with.
In order to make these types of threats, because that's a little bit crazy to me. I've never no actually let me walk that back. I have heard of things like this happening before. And this is when I told people that history will repeat itself if you choose not to learn and pay attention. This is what it looks like when people want to scrub the books, when they want to stop talking about things that took place during the civil rights movement, during the Black Panther movement, during the MLK and the Malcolm X movements, right? During all of those, this is what happens when you have people that don't want to teach specifically American history, right? The other.
Yeah, because why would they ever teach you anything to empower yourself? That's not what the school system is designed to do. The school system is designed to have you be a worker. The out-
Exactly.
the responsibility is yours to teach you and yourself about your heroes, about who you're supposed to be learning from, what you're supposed to be. They're never going to teach you this. Like I don't care who you think it is. If you're sending your child to school with a white bitch as the teacher, then they're in trouble probably. You know what I'm saying? And their whole education system, all of their systems is institutionalized. Do you know what I'm saying? They designed it to be an institution to keep you in your thing. Most people don't even realize what's going on until they get to their 30s and 40s and stuff like that. And that's what it's designed to be, so that you can keep going to work every day for barely what you make. You know what I'm saying? And then look, it's no point of going to like why they try to split it, because then you got these dumb white boys. Of course, they said it a long time ago. If you can convince the dumbest white boy that he's better than the highest black person, then he'll empty his pockets for you, right? And that's the job of you keep trying to split it into right and left. The job of them is to do the same thing as the Democrats do to the black people, to these dumb idiots. You know what I'm saying? And to use them so that they can continue on with their power structure altogether. Because who's ever going to give up their meal ticket? And no white person, I'll stop there.
Ugly truth. Because
We'll go on to the next thing. Okay, and then this is what you was talking about, Cassidra. The brother.
Listen right now. Let's go down to Mississippi. The name Trayvon Reed needs to ring all over the United States right now. One, that is my cousin. Two, this is the second incident that has occurred within the last 5 years at this campus. Delta State University has had a run-in with me and their policemen. They tried to lock me up for no reason, and it didn't succeed.
And y'all still going over there. That's what I'm talking about. Why you keep going over there by them? Why? Tell me why. What they got to do? Hang you like they hung your cousin? Why you keep going over there? Go to an HBCU. Get out of their atmosphere. You know it's toxic right now. We don't understand that by now. What is it going to take? What's it going to take? Because they're going to keep saying it's suicide. It's not. Them devils on code. You ain't going to tell me no police officer didn't do that. You ain't going to tell me the KKK police officers didn't do that. You're not going to tell me that. I know they did. But what is it going to take for us to wake up? How many more got to die? Okay.
This year, just today, it was reported that my cousin was found hanging from a tree, and they trying to rule it as a suicide. Now, I just got off the phone with one of my cousins. She said she seen the reports, and it said that he was beaten and bruised. Both his arms were broken, and he had a broken leg.
Now, how in the hell do you hang yourself with
I'm
two
gonna let
broken
y'all.
arms?
Yeah.
How? But I'm gonna tell you what. Didn't the black sheriff say that it was there was no, didn't the black sheriff say that? If I wasn't mistaken, the black sheriff that said that it
Yeah, I'm
wasn't
gonna
no
try to
foul
find
play.
it. Yeah, I'm gonna try to find that
a
one.
black sheriff. So that means you, Coon, is in on it too. We need to show up at his house.
And that remind me, that you know what I got.
These demons and devils accountable, and these coons too. Now ain't no way in the world that boy he beaten and bruised, and they gonna tell you ain't no foul. It's foul, not foul play. Well, then you need to go do them officers like that, one by one. No foul play. Then it's all fair game.
Yeah, it's all fair, right? If there's no foul, it's all fair then.
Exactly, fair. Hey, you're fair. It's all fair. Go ahead.
I'm gonna let y'all do the math. Now, this school has history for being racist, even going all the way back to the 1980s.
But see, you knew this, so see, I'm telling you. So why are you there in their schools if you know the school has a history? What the hell? That's on us, Forecast. That's on us. If you know the why your ass over there? Why? I don't understand. Why? Put yourself over there by yourself. Might be 5 or 10 black folks, but I don't want to be the one. Let them have their school. You think you get a better education? What his ass get, huh? He got educated all right, didn't he? That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh, Lord. Go ahead.
Question, because that was one of the significant situations that happened with one of the black revolts that happened at their school. But still, I'm trying to be composed in this video, and I'm trying to keep it all together. But it's a lot of shit that happens on that campus that don't.
Now, I'm gonna stop for a second. We watched the response that they had. Now I'm watching the response of black people here, and this fool about
the
to
response.
cry here, and I can understand why you're gonna cry, but do you not be like, well, this is a war declared against me then, because this does seem like such a thing, you know what I'm saying? Or anyway, especially against your family.
I don't know what it's gonna take. I don't know. And they keep doing stuff, and nothing's working. They keep doing stuff, nothing working. Hanging your babies now. and calling it suicide. Oh, he's just suicide. Even with two broke arms. You can't
And
even bend your arms, can't even use your arms, and then suicide. Oh, before I broke my arms, both of them, and my legs, but suicide. Who we gonna hold accountable? What we gonna do? Who do we hold accountable for this? The
but
sheriff?
that's the thing
Deputies?
though, Cassandra, is look at this brother. It's a little bit too much estrogen in this
A
brother, you
whole
know,
lot of estrogen. A whole lot.
and a lot of brothers, you
That's
know.
what's going on. With daddies, where they at? Where daddies at? Where black men at? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. That's the problem. We women raising boys, we make bitches out of them. Period. We give them our estrogen, we give them our feminine ways, right? So this is what you have. Daddy around, boy, what you doing? What's going on over there? Let's come on outside with daddy. Let's go on out here and let's fish. Let's do this, that, and the other. We don't have that no more. They're around the mamas too much, so they crying like bitches. I'm just saying. You're
Yeah,
just
I mean,
soft.
I
No.
miss. I wish more of us would be like,
Ooh.
any cracker that looked at me wrong, any cracker that
How?
ever did me something, like yo,
Exactly.
it's on now. Like you hung my
No.
cousin. Okay.
Exactly. He ain't gonna do nothing but cry.
Yeah.
We got
And
to
it's
be
just,
honest, black people. Why aren't we up and about? Oh, that wasn't my baby, wasn't my this. Okay, it could have been. So why are we just sitting
it,
around? What are we waiting for?
it
What
might
the
be
hell are we
next.
waiting for? What are we waiting for? That's what I need to know. Nobody's emotional. Nobody's up now. We're just scared. We're scared to move. Oh my God, do we go left? Do we go right? Oh, let's sit here. Put your head in the sand. Your whole body hanging out, but your head in the sand. Nobody can see me, but we see you. Okay. God, I don't know. Go ahead, forecast.
Don't nobody do shit about.
No.
It was incidents before my incidents. My big incident happened and that I reported that nobody did nothing about.
Of course they did.
Somebody tried to report me for a hate crime, and they was the one being homophobic, transphobic, and being racist. And they was trying to lock me up until I had multiple people come out and speak against him. There was an incident that I reported that it was a group of white students in a white truck while I was a freshman. They yelled at me and my friends and called us a bunch of monkeys. Please do a deep dive on this. Please, 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 please do your research on this. Do not let them sweep nothing else under the rug. Enough is enough. It is 2025. And
Enough is enough. What
Shouldn't have
the?
never been over there. Shouldn't have never been over there. You know how they act. Why are you there?
No.
We won't go to black schools. We'll go over there and try to go to their schools. Knowing how they act, knowing how they treat you, knowing how they try to arrest you, you still ain't get it. That don't make no sense. I can't make sense of this. I can't. Everybody got mental illness right now. We suffer mental illness and they suffering some.
No, I go because Erica in the chat, she sent me something earlier, where the brother was like, he told
Oh God,
them
who's serious?
yeah,
Oh
you
my
saw
God.
it.
See, he needs to be the first one we take care of. Seriously, he needs to be the first to go down.
But guess what they told him though?
Anyone that we see who joining them coming against us, we taking you out first.
Yeah,
you going down first.
But they told him, they was like, "Nah, we good. You might as well go back to Africa." That's what they told the dude.
Ain't that something? Ain't that something? Thank you. I'm glad they told him that. No, nigga, we don't need you over here.
Yeah, that's what exactly. Yeah, you said it closer to how they said it than me.
I'm just saying it. That's how they said it. I'm gonna say it the way they said it.
Yeah,
need
they
you
was
over
probably
here. Your coon ass over there with your people.
Yeah, that's kind of what they said.
You don't want to
Yeah.
be over there with them. You want to be over here with us. They should have told him, come on, and then got him over there and killed him. Tell him, come on, Mega. Tell him, Mega. Come on over here and take care of him for us.
Yeah.
He think he gonna fight against his own for them crackers. He must have came from the islands.
Well, and then like this brother here said, nobody does nothing. Well, yeah, because you ain't do nothing. You know, so if you don't do nothing, then who the hell is?
Exactly. A group of y'all should have handled y'all business that night. You should have went out and handled some business. Look at that. That's sad. But it ain't like they didn't know what was going on at that school. Forecast. Why was they still there? Why was they still there? Why would you leave your child? Why would you even send your child in the first place to them schools? Why? Oh, they're gonna get a better education. Well, yeah, he got a better education, didn't he? That's crazy.
Well,
No.
technically, yeah, he did good.
Get your children out of them damn schools with them crackers. Get them out.
Yeah.
They should, and Trump should go ahead and declare it. Go ahead and declare it, Trump. So they could go door to door. You let them come. Come on, door to door. Come on. Come on, door to door. Come on, door to door.
Yeah.
Knock if you want to. I ain't even answer them. Let you come in. Come on in.
But we have been on here for a long time saying that if you should get stuff to protect yourself, and then also food and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, you know, I guess you can still try.
This is time. They so busy trying to come after us. I'm telling y'all better go this weekend. Y'all better go get y'all stuff. Better go get your stuff. That's all I'm saying. Get your water, get your cereal, get whatever you need. Powder milk, get whatever you need. Some fiber, get you some Cheerios, get you some raisin bran, get you some powder milk. Don't get no meats, because you let you go out, your meat gonna go bad. We've gone over this so many times. So many times. And people still looking at us like, do we need guns? Do we need candy bars? No, you sit there. You sit there. You sit right over there. You sit right there. You got to ask that you don't need nothing. It's tired of begging y'all to do what you're supposed to do. Don't do it. You're going to be part of the 2/3. Beans, rice, get the rice takes too long to cook, Erica. You can get some beans.
What up, William Bell?
William, what's up? Yeah, you get the beans, and rice takes so long to cook. That's the only thing about that, unless you got some propane. Get your waters, and you can cook it that way. But get the 5-minute rice that you can boil or something. Yeah, that rice takes forever to cook. You get your some pancake mix and make you some pancakes that holds you longer. Leave that rice off. Rice takes too long. Get you some beans and pancake mix and make you some pancakes. That's bread. It's gonna hold you longer than that rice.
Confusion on campus.
It's really no. I can't speak to her no more.
A tight-knit community trying to piece together the unthinkable.
It's an ongoing investigation.
Trey Reed just started college at Delta State University, a freshman.
His body was discovered hanging from a tree.
Found hanging from a tree in the middle of campus.
There's no evidence of foul play.
No, God, I can't take this. I can't take it. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. No foul play. And that was a brother. He needs to be dealt with, family. That joker right there need to be dealt with. You gonna sit up there and tell me the boy had 2 broken arms? Ain't no foul play? He got beat up. He's beat the hell up. So that means his supervisor didn't told him what to say. Okay, no foul play. All right.
Look, he couldn't even look up when he said it.
Look at him. Play that again.
Yeah, he couldn't even look up when he said it.
From
in the middle of campus, no foul play.
There's no evidence of foul play.
No black person is.
Yeah, you said he didn't even sound like he believed it.
Hey, Bakari.
Climbing up no tree, putting no rope around their neck and hanging themselves.
The people are not buying it. This
We're not
happened
buying it.
in a community just 20 minutes from where Emmett Till was murdered.
Black people are being lynched.
The shade
Yes, we're being lynched. What are we gonna do about it? What the hell are we doing?
Security systems, and what we found when we took a closer look at
a black sheriff. I told you it's black O'Coon.
Body was found.
I'm Justin Carter. This is TSR Investigates. But before we get into it, roommate, episodes of this show.
There's too many black dudes with too much estrogen going on around here right now.
Way
I'm sorry.
too much.
It's not about trying to do that.
At approximately 7:05 a.m., the university police was notified of what appeared to be the body of a black male hanging from a tree central campus near the DSU pickleball court. We later identified the male subject to be 21-year-old DeMar Trevion Reed of Grenada, Mississippi.
DeMar Trevion Reed, or Trey for short, I just spoke to his father, who says that the family right now, they're putting their money together to get an attorney. He also is asking that nobody share video or pictures that's circulating right now on social media of Reed's hanging body seemingly high up in a tree. Trey Reed's mother, though, she's been vocal off camera and just said that she spoke to him last Friday. He was excited.
Yeah, I saw that, Bakari, but he gonna have to call Ben Shapiro or something, because we ain't worried about that dude. But no offense, I know that sounds mean and stuff like that, but I know that you ain't mean it, but that was for other people. So
Eager to begin his freshman journey at Delta State University. She had no idea, though, it'd be so short-lived when she got the call Monday when they told her her son committed suicide, and just hours before the university's big centennial celebration. The word got around fast, and so did the speculations. Claims that Trey Reed had broken limbs when he was found. Claims, though, that the coroner's office just last night is refuting.
That my cousin was found hanging from a tree, and they trying to rule it as a suicide.
A video that got 1.7 million views on TikTok. He says that he's Trey.
no, it's no wonder it ain't the same. I'll play this for y'all who just came. Maybe I exited out, so maybe I can't play it. But oh yeah, it's a little bit too much estrogen for us to say.
War. You put they're under. This is a
war on white.
This is a war. You put these conflicting cultures with each other.
See, it's in there, but you have this situation, and we be like crying, and I understand tears and stuff like
Doesn't
but
know him. The Shade Room has not
think
been
it's a
able
war?
to independently confirm that it is in fact his cousin, but his video certainly has been causing a stir on social media.
Seen reports, and it said that he was beaten and bruised. Both his arms were broken, and he had a broken leg.
Something the bullet corner is
But Bakari, it's going. And this is my problem here. It's going, and at least shouts out to them for talking about it. But it's just too much estrogen in this whole video coming from not even a black woman yet. And it's a part of the problem. I don't care what you do or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But we some biatches, so there ain't no fighting back. We like, oh, please don't hurt us. But
Monday night in a statement writing,
hopefully you
quote,
won't be
at
like
this
that.
current time, we're conducting a thorough death investigation. Based on the preliminary examination, we can confirm that the deceased did not suffer any lacerations, contusions, compound fractures, broken bones, or injuries consistent with an assault. At this time, there is no evidence to suggest the individual was physically attacked before his death. The remains of the deceased are in the care of the coroner's office.
I don't believe it.
Transported to the state crime lab for an autopsy.
And they try to talk about ain't no.
Yeah, as long as they fight.
I don't believe it. I believe that something was wrong. That coroner's gonna cover it up.
Unleashing a.
Yeah, of course they
That
will.
coroner's
Yeah.
gonna cover it up. I don't believe nothing came out of that coroner's mouth. If I was a family, take it to somebody else. Don't even let that man look at the body. Don't let him touch it. Take it to a black coroner. Take it somewhere else. And they're gonna hide. They're not gonna tell the truth nowhere.
Yeah, I don't believe it either. But and it's like y'all mentioned a lot of times before though. See, we got the masculinity and the testosterone for other brothers and especially other sisters. You know what I'm saying? That's why you be like, oh, Black B and all this other stuff.
Exactly. But never for them. Never.
Nothing. You turn into
ever.
it's all estrogen there at that point.
Yeah. Never, ever.
Questions on social media.
Can we please stop this? Just call it what it was. Black people are still being lynched
Yes,
in the year
in
2025.
2025.
It's
Sure is.
an ongoing investigation.
Delta State University Police Chief Michael Peeler with University President Dr. Daniel Ennis in a press conference Monday night, promising a complete investigation
love to
as
meet that
they're now
black
working
man.
with the Mississippi Bureau of Investigation.
Wait, so if they didn't have a complete investigation, how are they ruling it a suicide?
Exactly. They're gonna come up with their own theory because they cowards.
Bolivar County Sheriff's Department and the Cleveland, Mississippi Police Department.
There is no evidence of a threat to campus, and there's no evidence that the campus is unsafe at this point.
Students on
What the
campus say
hell?
it is
No
not
evidence. You just saw a man hanging.
state
The
run
evidence was it
attack.
if it was a white boy, would it be evidence?
State University came
You
out.
just seen the evidence with a black dude hanging, but there's no evidence. There's no evidence. What's evidence? We just seen it.
Security report that says all active residence halls and many campus buildings do have surveillance cameras where the systems are maintained and reviewed by the University Police Department, IT, and the Office of University Services.
So where's the pictures?
We pulled up some old promotional photos of the pickleball
Where's the
court
pictures?
near where this happened on campus. You can see there are many bordering trees around and university buildings too, including E.F. Noel Hall and Blancett Hall, both of which are residence halls. We did spot exterior security cameras on the outside of these buildings, but many of them are pointing to the entrances, not the pickleball courts in question.
An outside agency needs to come in and investigate this.
Authorities now asking for patience as they allow time to investigate this case. We're also told that Reed's body will be transported to the Mississippi State Crime Lab for an autopsy, which could take weeks, if not months, to complete. So, of course, as soon
Yeah, it just let you forget about it or whatever.
Exactly. That's what they did. That's what they're gonna do until the next body gets found. And then they're gonna deem that one suicide too. Everybody they catch on the tree, they say suicide. Yeah, they on code. Them crackers on code. That's what that is. Them crackers on code. Period. They're not gonna never come up with the truth because this police are in on it. You ain't gonna tell me they're not. Wasn't that the place where the KKK was marching? Where was that? The recent KKK march.
Oh, I'm not sure.
I'm just saying. It's time. It's time. Y'all don't have y'all stuff together, you're gonna get caught out there and you're gonna be in trouble.
Yeah.
You need to walk with it in your hand or on your side with your hand on it, touching it. Not in your backpack, not in your pockets, not in your purse, in your hand.
Yeah.
You go over to Walmart, you come out to Walmart, you see a van parked in your car, you put it in your hand.
Yeah, because your head should be on a swivel already anyway, you know.
Already. You come to your car, you open your car, you got 4 doors, you lock your car immediately, even before. You don't even have to get in it. Lock it right. As soon as you put the hand, you open that door, you lock it. So all them 4 doors, all them doors are locked. Especially if you putting in groceries and stuff.
Yeah, you see a white dude or something coming up or a white boy, lock the doors, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you have children, you know.
Especially if you have children. You ain't got time to be chasing them little kids at night. You don't need to be stopping in no store with no babies in your hand.
Because people don't.
So in the same breath, when you have people who are committing white violence and white mass shootings, then they need to be incarcerated at the same rate, at the same percentage as anyone else. Let's say the quiet part out loud. White on white violence is a problem in America. But they keep hiding behind media and media influence as if
just like when that other dude died, they had a school shooting the same day. Didn't even know about that, did you? In Utah. What did in Utah or Denver? The school shooting that same day.
I'm not sure. I think it was Denver
it was
or something.
if I'm not mistaken, it was in Denver.
Yeah, I think.
Deadliest mass shootings
same
of the
day,
last
same time.
decade.
Yeah.
And a man that was
deadliest mass shootings of the last decade from
the highlight of it.
Yeah.
From churches to concerts, synagogues to supermarkets. are overwhelmingly carried out by white men, and a long list of the most lethal were perpetrated by white men, often animated by conspiracies or grievance ideologies. That's not a talking point. The deadliest mass shootings of the last decade, from churches to concerts, synagogues to supermarkets.
All right. And is it as if this ain't obvious here?
Before that, Buffalo, New York, 10 people killed there. Both of the alleged shooters, 18.
And in 2019, we had 417 mass shootings. And we're not talking about gang violence and gang shootings in this video. Well,
Hey, because you remember the last dude that said gang violence? What happened?
Oh God, hit the floor. Hit the floor, didn't
Is that including gang violence? Bah!
Yep, hit the floor.
Not including gang violence, like we just said. He learned his lesson. Yeah, don't include gang violence. Oh.
He learned it the hard way, didn't he?
But that may be the only way that they learn their lesson.
Seems like it. They still don't get it though. They didn't get it.
Well,
They didn't get it.
But yeah, they better be careful about saying gang violence. The last
You
white
ain't
boy that
lying.
said gang violence.
Man.
Go ahead and say it if you want to.
gang violence and gang shootings in this video. What we will define as a mass shooting for the purpose of this video is the shooter's goal is to kill as many people as possible, with the incentive being that can make them a community. Ever wonder why white Americans seem overrepresented in perpetuating random mass shootings?
Not really.
It's because white American culture is a lot more splintered, and there's no falling back on members of your ethnic group. People of color in America often have enclaves. What do white Americans have that can make them a community? It used to be that mass shooters were middle-aged men, like James Huberty or George Hendard or Pat Sherrill. But now, mass shooters are getting younger and younger, with 18 to 21 being an extremely common age range. Much like young, disaffected men everywhere, some of them choose to turn to fringe ideologies that encourage violence as a mean of proving oneself.
Now they have a whole country up to lifting their ass up.
Yep.
And they disgruntled or whatever the hell
They
they
got some
are.
disgruntled because they bored. They ain't got nothing else to do. Get them something to do. Put them in the fields. Put them in the fields.
Well, in middle class America driving the Benz and they ain't got to worry about nothing and disgruntled. Okay.
Mainstream fringe hate groups in America, like the White Aryan Resistance, preach against racial, religious, and sexual minorities. These groups have hotlines, internet websites, and chat rooms, and distribute propaganda designed to transform the fears of the economically challenged, the paranoid, and the ignorant into violence, and to brutalize minorities. And these young, alienated teenagers who rely on the information that they get from being glued to the internet with very little physical or social interaction are being served to these groups on a silver platter. On Saturday, May 15th, 2022, Peyton Gendron, a man from Conklin, New York, fatally shot 10 people at the Top supermarket in Buffalo, New York. He had driven hours from his home with one intent. He wanted to find a place where he could slaughter people, black people. 11 of the 13 people shot by Peyton were black. Among the victims were
Now that fool drove how many miles?
Ain't that something? And then
200
they had
miles.
a black man that talked to him the day before. Talked to him outside the market. A whole black man sat there and talked to him. For 2
You know how much black people got to be on your mind to drive 200 miles to do
200
that?
miles. Ain't that something? We stay on their mind. We live free in their heads.
Jeez.
Peyton was an 18-year-old white man. Dylan Roof was convicted and sentenced to death for the 2015 slaying.
And what's the common theme in these black people that say, "Hey, come on in, baby, come on, get you a plate, baby."
And it was 3 men up there that somebody could have said something. At least two young ones that could have took that cracker down. Nobody had discernment. Nobody looking. You gonna let him sit behind you? Ain't nowhere in the hell. I'd have stood up by the back door. I'd have stood up there, ushered. I'd been ushering that night. They'd said, "Why are you standing up, Cass?" I'd been watching that cracker right there. I'd have been right up there behind him, looking. You don't sit there and act like you don't see that dysfunction. You could feel that. Look at that.
And you know what another common theme is, though, Cassidra?
What?
They both got forgiven.
They sure did by all their family members. Sure did. That means you can come do it again.
Damn.
We forgive you. My family will forgive you.
Now they shoot each other and say it's war on white people. They slaughter us and we say I forgive you. Damn.
They sat right there up in that church, and nobody kept their eyes on that cracker. Nobody was scared to move. I'd have beat him to death with that gun.
Of 9 members of a black South Carolina church congregation.
9-1.
Opened fire on the room with a semi-automatic pistol, killing 9 people. Dylan
9-1.
American
Then got a hamburger.
And then got a whole meal.
automatic rifle, firing off shots and killing 23 people, wounding another 26. Patrick was said to have extreme anti-Latino and anti-immigrant sentiments and target his attack specifically at those groups.
The shooter describes himself as a white nationalist, a right.
Putnam talks about the erosion of American community in his book, Bowling Alone. In his book, Putnam discussed the ways in which Americans disengage from political involvement, including decreased alone. They did not.
We know. White culture, we know what it is. Rape, sleep with animals, kill each other,
Sleep with your mamas.
go do hateful stuff to people.
Sleep with your dogs.
Yeah.
Kill up your whole family.
Go molest some babies. White culture stuff. It's that Greek culture.
Who cares? People aren't meeting each other in social groups anymore and having meaningful conversations. Robert Putnam, that guy, he can bowl alone for the rest of his life. Music yourself. When you get on
groups while browsing the internet on
All right. So we understand, like, there is no understanding the mind of a psychopath, and they just do it because.
And that's in their DNA. That's passed down. Traumatic, psychopath. Psychopathic behavior. Passed down from generation to generation. Started when they used to take their kids out and watch black folk be hung alive and burnt alive. And when they watched them alligators eat them babies, and when they saw that their mom or dads used to cut them babies out them pregnant women's stomachs, that's what that trauma's from. Because they always had to show their kids, right? That's trauma. Trauma. That's where it started.
And you was forced to accept it or get worse, and now
That's
we learn to accept it without
Don't
doing
even try to
nothing
fight
about
back.
it.
Sit up there, 9 people in the church will sit up there and let that little 15, 16-year-old murder you. One by one. He didn't just murder all of them at the same time. He took one by one and left one lady alive to tell about it. Ain't that something? Ain't that something?
Yeah. So this is all that we can say after this,
Black people, if you live in any of these open carry states in 2025, you need to get you a belt. No, not the one that go around your waist. I'm talking about that hammer. No, not the one that you use for nails. I'm talking about that fire. Yes, I understand the pacifists out there are those just like against gun laws, but at the same time, do not let yourself be at a disadvantage in times to protect you and your family. In fact, studies show that homeowners use firearms for self-defense, primarily to deter intruders that may come into their home unannounced or just uninvited. Proper preparation can prevent catastrophe. That being said, responsibility is important. Discipline is important. That can be taking classes such as self-defense classes, or just going to the gun range or a field where you can shoot safely and learn proper techniques. Getting to know how to use your firearm in your own house is really important. It creates a great advantage, such as angles that the intruder may not know because they don't know your house, or just learning how to turn corners and fire really quickly. White people have nothing to say. You should stop listening at probably 10 seconds in. Black.
Yeah, for sure.
All white people do is sit around and shoot ducks and they don't miss. So if they were to go against black people, it would be very bad for them.
Unfortunately, we as a people do not train for civil war. We don't. And I'll say this again. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. Black people, stuff is getting real crazy out here. It's not our culture to be walking around shooting every day since we're little kids. We trying to do something and build something and learn something nice to be nice people. Cool. right? But in order for us to survive what just might be coming, we might need.
No, I mean I'm gonna run it back so he can finish it. But my brother Bukari even brought it up. Like maybe you should be teaching like your children on the farm or something one day to slaughter a pig or something. You know, just to understand what it's like. You know. But I'll let him finish.
Stuff getting real crazy out here. You know, it's not our culture to be walking around shooting every day since we're little kids. We trying to do something and build something and learn something nice to be nice people. Cool, right? But in order for us to survive what just might be coming, we might need to start training for real, start taking this serious. Get your license to carry, take some defensive pistol and rifle courses, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Learn how to defend your home and your community. Because they're already doing that, right? Are they not? Are our white counterparts already groomed? I'm talking about listen, they got these little kids, 5, 6, and 7, shooting their first deer, cutting it open in the field and biting the heart right there.
The biggest one is when.
By the way, y'all don't gotta bite the heart. That's some white people stuff. That's some European stuff. But yeah, taking your son out hunting or your daughter out hunting, teaching them how to use it, to aim it, to shoot it, even if it's just to be able, because you have to hunt for food one day or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But also for protection, right? And like he say, they be having their kids at like 2 years old with picture holding a gun or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I know that they plaster us on TV, like even if you smoking a cigarette, they'll make it be like, look at this thug smoking and all of this stuff, you know. And we are shamed from, well, I guess not no more really. So you know, I don't really got to say that because I don't think black people are shamed from arming themselves. You know, that's white people stuff. I don't know why they bite the heart, but that's white people stuff.
Just et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Learn how to defend your home and your community. Because they're already doing that, right? Are they not? Are our white counterparts already groomed? I'm talking about listen, they got these little kids, 5, 6, and 7, shooting their first deer, cutting it open in the field and biting the heart right there.
The biggest one is when you go to the gun show and there's 2% black people in there.
Well, you got an option. We have an option. We can sit here and say, "Oh, look at them. They so savage. All they do is guns, guns, guns. They gonna try to do this to us." Or you can say, "You know what? It look like they might be trying to do something crazy. Let me go get some real training here."
What do you think about that, Cassandra?
Real training, or go get you what you need to get so you'll be ready. So yeah, that's what kind of training you're talking about. Yeah, I agree.
Facts. And I'll even play him. This is like the most revolutionary I've ever seen on Roland Martin channel before, so I'll play it.
We are an easy target. We've always been the target in America. And it's going to continuously happen like that until we actually do mobilize and fight back. But what I want to emphasize is the same thing that you're emphasizing. This isn't just something that's going to happen at this time period. It is going to continuously happen until we actually come together and stop. That is building up our own businesses, building up our own healthcare, building up our own news media as well to make sure that the truth is always being told.
I need black people to break.
What did you think about what that brother said, Cassandra?
Oh boy. Lord have mercy. Ooh, enough said.
Yeah. I'll let this brother.
We're not threats for fathers, mothers, instructors, patriots. It's time people saw that. 2 men, same country, same right to bear arms. One is called a hero, the other is called a threat. The media doesn't just report the story. A lot of times, they create the story. And when it comes to black gun owners, that story usually looks like fear. Turn on the news. When a white man walks into a protest armed, he's expressing his rights. When a black man does it, it's cause for concern. The media often frames black gun owners as criminal, militant, or unstable. Stories use language like stockpile, arsenal, or aggressive for the same gear white owners are praised for. Photos used are often mugshots, even when the person isn't charged. All right, so the media often framing black gun owners as criminal, militant, or unstable. When a black man owns a gun, headlines use words like arsenal, dangerous, or radical, even if it's legal and locked up. We know they use arson for a lot of different things. They're not that smart, but yeah, we get it a lot. What's prepared for one group is threatening for us, even if it's the same exact rifle, plate carrier, and ammo count. Photos often use mugshots, even when the person is in charge. The media doesn't wait for a conviction to paint guilt. One photo choice can turn a lawful carrier into a public enemy overnight, immediately, and they know this. It's not about facts, it's about fear. And fear is being fed on purpose. In states where open carry is legal, you'd think it wouldn't matter who's holding the rifle, but it does. White open carriers are often labeled as activists or protesters. Black open carriers are more likely to be stopped, questioned, or arrested. Guess which one of those happened? Some open carry rallies have had police escorts for white groups only. All right, so white open carriers are often labeled as activists or protesters. All right, the news coverage praises their constitutional expression, even when they're decked out in tactical gear. They're just expressing themselves. Black open carriers are more likely to be stopped, questioned, or arrested. Same law, same gear, different outcome, because perception still drives enforcement. Some open carry rallies have had police escorts for white groups only. The system doesn't just treat us differently, it protects them while surveilling us. The right to bear arms shouldn't depend on your skin tone, but in the media's world, it absolutely does. And let's be honest, part of the narrative comes from within too, all right? The music, the movies, the culture, not all of it is helping us. Hip-hop often glamorizes illegal firearm use and violence. The media uses this to paint all armed black men as gang-affiliated or reckless. And the distinction between legal ownership and street violence gets erased. So we may not want to admit it, but we got to at some point in time. Hip-hop does glamorize illegal firearm use and violence. Lyrics and visuals may celebrate guns, but usually in the context of criminal use, not legal defense or responsibility. The media will use this to paint all armed black men as gang affiliated or reckless. They conflate entertainment with reality, and we all pay for it at the traffic stop, in court, or on the evening news. The distinction between legal gun ownership and street violence is just erased, it's gone. They don't see a licensed carrier, they see a music video stereotype. I love the music, love it, but the image, that's costing us, and we've got to reclaim it. The stories people see shape how they vote, how they police, and how they treat us in public. Bias portrayal.
By the way, they didn't before there was rap music. They saw us the same way, so I would say that. So it's not necessarily we can make all gospel songs all day, and they would still see us the same way.
Yep, exactly. Wouldn't even matter because they see us out of their eyes, not who we are.
Exactly.
Out of who they are.
Yeah.
Portrayals in the media affect public opinion and support for restrictive laws. Legal black gun owners are rarely shown in the media, not in a good light anyway. And changing the narrative starts with owning our own image. So biased portrayals affect public opinion and support for restrictive laws. If people only see black gun ownership tied to crime, they'll vote to restrict everyone's rights, especially ours. They think it's just going to affect us. That's what they'll do. Legal black gun owners are rarely shown in the media. We're invisible until something goes wrong. We need to show the normal, everyday side of responsible gun owning.
All right. So he said some good points in there,
Right. We told the stories, we shared the history. Now it's time to talk about what's next, because this movement is just getting started. And so black gun ownership isn't just a response to fear, it's an investment in our future. So let's talk about where this is going and how we make sure we're leading it. But black Americans are buying guns at record levels. We're not just owning, we're organizing. Membership in black gun groups like NAGA growing fast, all right? More instructors, advocates, and businesses are popping up nationwide. We're building something that's bigger than just self-defense. It's identity, culture, and unity. We're not just buying, we're building. It's no longer about isolated gun owners. We're forming clubs, movements, and a true community. Black-led gun groups and instructors are leading a cultural shift. All right, gun groups like NAGA, Black Gun Owners Association, are changing what 2A representation looks like. All right, so this is more than defense. It's about identity. Gun ownership is becoming part of how we reclaim self-worth, legacy, and power. We're not guests in the 2A space. All right, we're builders. The future isn't just about firepower, it's about information. Training must continue to be accessible for beginners, all right? We need to normalize legal literacy, safety, and community mentorship. The more we educate, the less they can stereotype or marginalize us, all right? Training.
Hello.
Oh, my bad. My bad. I was mute. I was reading Buwana comment there.
Okay.
He said he have a question. We support gun ownership, but don't we have to purchase the gun and the bullets? What if the gun owner refuses to sell it? Well, the brother
I've never
said,
seen a gun owner refusing to sell anything.
yeah, they're
I've
gonna
never
take the
seen
money.
that.
Yeah,
Money
because
is money. Money talk, baby.
yeah, because like he was just saying, you only see 2% black people when you go to these gun shows. You know what I'm saying?
And don't go to the range. You may be the only one there. I've
And
gone to the
also,
gun range and mostly women, black women. If you go, there ain't too
and
many black men there.
yeah, and also they have black people that you can buy guns from, whether it
Yeah,
be
right.
from a black store or just personally too. You know.
I have a guy friend that has a website, a whole website. So yeah, it's not no what if they. Nah, that's nah.
Well,
Go
it's America.
go get your candy bar. How about that?
Like from like what they'll dump crates of guns in that hood to let us
in the
shoot each
hood.
other up. So what if they just took those guns and went to the gun range? You know what I'm saying? Like America is not hard to get a gun. Maybe other places it'll be harder, but not
Other
America.
countries, no. Other countries, you ain't getting no gun. But America, man, you can go anywhere. You can go Sports Authority, Mike's, Dick's. You can get a candy bar anywhere.
Because don't get me wrong, I've been in places where you go to like one of them gun stores and it'd be like a redneck white boy and try to play you or don't want to sell you something, but you don't spend your money with them. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
go
saying?
somewhere. You don't want to spend your money there anyway. Go somewhere. And sometimes these little hick towns, they don't have gun shows in black areas. They have them in them way out in hick towns. I don't even go out there.
Yeah.
I don't even go out there because you be the only black out there. I don't like to be the only nothing around them. Nothing ever.
Mm-hmm. So it's real accessible out here.
So,
But shouts out to Buwana in the building.
Yeah, Rwanda welcome. But yeah, ain't no reason to, go get you. They don't cost that much. $250, $150, $200. It's not that much. Sports Authority, they don't sell all the time.
Yeah. And yeah, you could probably find something all right for like a 100 or 200, but I would say even just put like 300-400 into it to get like at least if you don't want to put in more than that, like at least to get something decent, you know.
Well, you're gonna get some decent if Sports Authority if they don't sell.
Yeah, because sales and all that stuff.
They sell sales all the time. You go up in there, they have a 4th of July sale, $150. Shotgun
optional,
$199.
Yeah, they be having promotional deal, but yeah, the gun shows they be having good deals on guns too. You know.
Yep.
But yeah,
it's transformational. All right, it's not just about shooting; it's about decision making, law, and responsibility. All right, legal knowledge protects more than your rights; it protects your life. Knowing the law keeps you out of handcuffs. Knowing the technique keeps you out of a coffin. Mentorship creates generational safety. Teaching others build a culture where carrying responsibly becomes the norm. An armed community without training is just a risk. But an armed, educated community, that's power. We can't carry in silence. We have to speak up where it matters, especially in politics. So we all know the black voices are underrepresented in two-way political activism, all right? Red flag laws, magazine bans, and permit changes all hit our communities the hardest. If we don't show up, decisions will be made for us, not by us. We need to be loud where it counts. Legislation, all right? You can't complain about laws you didn't fight against, all right? So show up before the vote. Bad laws always hit our community.
All right. I don't mean to be mean or whatever, but laws is made by do what I tell you to do and what you gonna do. Black folk, what you gonna do? That's what our
What you
laws
gonna
is
do
made.
when it come for you? Bad boy. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's how a law is made. Do it or else. You know?
To the ballot box too. The most powerful thing we can do, tell our stories, share our truth, show our strength. Representation
no
in
ballot
social
box.
media and in content creation.
I didn't know ballot box.
Yeah, because if something
They've
happened
been
in the
broke
street,
since
they be
ever.
like, yeah, they
And
be like, let
ain't
me
got
go first.
nothing yet. Not a nothing. Everybody said, well, we can vote. Okay, that's it. You didn't, you voting for what? What you getting from there? Nothing. You have the right to vote. Okay, that's it. That's all they gave you. Civil rights. Well, we had to tear up some shit for that. They didn't just give it to you, honey. They don't just give you nothing. You got to take whatever you want. Take it by force.
Yeah.
Period.
Shouts out to Raw in the building too. Appreciate you coming through. But yeah, consider so. But yeah, what you think about that? You know, like you see their response. You see to white on white crime. They can talk about going to war with everybody,
With
right? But
black
we
folks.
see black folks getting hung in the middle of a college campus
Yeah,
and
exactly. In the middle
crying.
with cameras. So mind you, who took them cameras? Who took the footage? Where the footage at? Where the footage? You mean tell me ain't nobody had seen no footage? You got footage all over the campus. Somebody knew where that footage was. Somebody knew where those cameras were pointed. Somebody knew. You ain't gonna tell me it's not an inside job. Somebody knows something.
Yeah.
Yeah, too many cameras up for you not to catch something. But you ain't looking for no murderer if you told them that it's suicide. So you're allowing murderers to get off free because they know those murders. They know who it is. That's what that is. They know who did it. They know.
Yeah, but then you have brothers up there who will, you know what I'm saying, sit up there and read off a paper. It looks hung in the middle of campus. Looks like it's he stuttered and everything. Like, yo, no foul play. Like he was shot, you know.
No foul play. How do you fix your mouth to say that? How do you fix your mouth to say that? So when they get you, we're gonna say no foul play. No foul play.
It's all fair game at that point.
Fair
then, right?
game, baby. Fair game.
Man. But yeah, consider so. But then also, you know, there are brothers and sisters out there who are on coke, so we can't forget them either, you know. Because we need to start focusing on building with the people who are with the right mindset, you know what I'm saying, instead of focusing on everybody who doesn't have the right mindset, because at some point, you know, we're going to have to build stuff for whoever is down to build stuff with, you know, because we have no choice, you know what I'm saying? Like you have no, and I'm glad that you have less of a choice than you think you did, because you never did have a choice, you know. And I don't know, I don't understand why y'all don't get it, you know. But you know, consider this made me and it might not go right with it, but it made me think of this, you know. Oh damn, it's the wrong thing. Let me see. Here.
We'll send him in there after.
Damn, brother went.
That's something.
Would kill me. God, you kill me. We put a rope around my neck yourself. What you think you is? I don't know. People would say, go fetch, you fetch. You see me hang, you gon' know. You gon' know you kill a black brother.
It's good for that. There you go. That's who doing all that hanging right there.
Mm-hmm.
And it don't look like no black man.
Yeah, that's a good kind of way on beat you catching me. You remember that. You remember that all day. You killed me. You remember that. You killed me. Because like you just proved what the Peckerwood say. We just beasts. Willing to do anything. Kill each other. No mind. No feeling. Shut up, nigga. These white ain't gonna die like you gonna die. Like a slave. I ain't giving no lifetime. Look me and whack this Peckerwood. I'd rather die than be a slave. You Peckerwood. That's right. You Peckerwood was oppressed in your own land. We were free. And you brought us here. In chains. But now we here. And you just better know. This is just as much our land as it is yours. And after you hang me, kiss my ass.
All right. Yeah, I consider that. You know, let's stop right there, you know. But you know, you got any thoughts on to wrap up today?
Be ready, y'all. They giving you too many signs. Too many signs. It was real close when they said they was coming after our babies. That's too close for comfort. And that very moment, the daddy was telling on the son that he the one did it. The daddy. The preacher told the daddy to tell, and the daddy turned his son in. But thank God he did, because they was coming after your babies. So how are you preparing your babies on their campuses how to be ready? What are you telling them? How are you preparing them? That's important. If you still have your children in their campuses, their schools, you knew that school, and from the looks of it, they knew that school had a history, a horrible history. And these black students keep going. Why? I don't understand. A horrible history. And you was glad to send your child. School just started a month ago. What, 2-3 weeks ago, right? He been there 3 weeks. And hung already? That's sad. That we care about these crackers so bad, so much, that we won't take our children out of their schools. And our children are being traumatized. Traumatized. Every single day. Just like we're being traumatized on their jobs. You think they treating our children any different when you're not there? No. That's how much we don't love our children. But this was an amazing show. I hope you guys are thinking. I hope you guys are getting it together. I hope and pray that you guys go get something. A machete. I don't care. Get something. Don't be a soft target. People in Black Wall Street, they were soft targets. Wasn't enough of them that had guns. They didn't even know they needed none. Ain't that something? They didn't know they needed no guns. But the looks of their behavior, well, we need something. I'm not condoning violence. I condone for you to take care and protect your own selves, your families. And ladies don't have a man in the house. Protect your family. It's a different story when you ain't got no man. Whole another story when you got one in the house. You escape a whole lot of their nonsense. But I want you guys to start thinking about what we talk about here. Don't just come here for entertainment. It's not about entertainment for me. It's about getting you ready for the next level, getting you ready for the next step, getting you ready so that you don't die not being prepared. I rest with that.
No, all facts, all facts. And I guess the only thing I could say is black people, what is we gonna do, you know? And I just guess I'll play this to go out with. But shouts out to Raw in the building, Bawana,
Yeah, welcome.
Erica, and
Welcome.
Bakari. Shouts out to all of y'all for coming in, and shouts out to everybody else who listening. I
Yeah.
appreciate y'all for doing that, you
We
know.
try to
But
start every Wednesday at 8:30, right? Forecast 8:30.
yeah, yeah. Well, I've been on time for like the last 2 or 3 weeks.
That's good. That's good.
All right, but yeah, I'm gonna let this be the last words for me. This is my last words.
Black people, what y'all gonna do? Black people, what y'all gonna do? Black people, what y'all gonna do when you wake up and find that you're dead? With maggots and roaches eating the pus out of your prostituted minds and white filthy hands, massaging your hearts with red hot branding irons. They're writing songs of love, but not for me. They're writing songs of love, but not for me. Here we are, the employees of all love, but yet we are working overtime to cover up our loneliness. John Coltrane died in vain, a love supreme. John Coltrane died in vain, a love supreme. Where are the low staccato screams of black unity? John Coltrane died in vain, a love supreme. Where are the higher octaves of righteousness and truth? John Coltrane died in vain, a love supreme. Where are the high registers of peace and love? John Coltrane died in vain. What are black people doing enough of that they shouldn't be doing? Nothing, nothing, nothing. Black people, what y'all gonna do? Black people, what y'all gonna do? I see junkie bitches giving birth to gonorrhea-faced babies that come out nodding to the rhythms of God Bless America. And these same babies grow up to be good-looking corpse that haunt the streets of Harlem, raping syphilitic-minded, roomless black pussies who dream of becoming virgins once again in the hereafter. Stop in the name of love. Stop in the name of love. Stop mugging that old woman. She's been saving her money all year for a trip to the electric circus, but she died the very next day. Oh God! Oh God! God ain't dead. He's down at the family planning office, handing out broken pills to black women, telling them they're a gift from heaven. Look, there's old Sam the wino, searching for a last sip of ancient sweet love in the empty wine bottles in the gutters of his soul. And the air has become polluted with white lies of love, while love is dying from overdoses of misuse, Christianity, and legitimate insane asylums, and legal torture chambers called Watts, Southside, Bed-Stuy, and Huff. Are we the black people who once loved with the slow march of time? Time was ours to hold in the soft, love, warm chambers of our hearts. And was we, the Afro mommies and daddies of a sun world, would turn our strands of hair into antennas to tune in the juju madness and syncopated love rhythms of Africa. And we loved with time, and we took the time to love, and with the right time we love, and we love time after time. Will we ever love again? Will we ever love again? Will we really ever love again? Or will we just sit and rot away with the brighter tomorrows in the skag field, rat-cluttered Pistons halls of our minds. Black people, what y'all gonna do? Black people, what y'all gonna do? Will the real black people please stand up?
Yeah, facts. What is y'all gonna do? So, as always, man, we have got to start standing for something, or we're gonna keep falling for anything.
Peace, family.